of so venerable a memorial of old time was to be had. This morning, too, with the approximating glasses, might be beautifully seen the autumnal tinge of the trees, many in kind and number, which had struggled up through the masonry, unhindered and undisturbed during long years. The fair dame, however, directed the tube somewhat lower, to a waste stony flat, over which the hunting train was to pass. She waited the moment with patience, and was not disappointed, for with the clearness and magnifying power of the instrument, her glancing eyes plainly distinguished the prince and the head equerry. Nay, she forbore not again to wave her handkerchief, as some momentary pause and looking back was fancied, perhaps, rather than observed. Prince Uncle, Friedrich by name, now with announcement, entered, attended by his painter, who carried a large portfolio under his arm. "Dear cousin," said the hale old gentleman, "we are here to present you with the views of the Stammburg, taken on various sides to show how the mighty pile, warred on and warring, has from old times fronted the year and its weather. How here and there its wall had to yield, here and there rushed down into waste ruins. However, we have now done much to make the wild mass accessible, for more there wants not to set every traveller, every visitor into astonishment, into admiration." As the prince now exhibited the separate leaves, he continued, "Here, where advancing up the hollow way through the outer ring walls, you reach the fortress proper, rises against us a rock, the firmest of the whole mountain. On this there stands a tower built, yet when nature leaves off, and art and handicraft begin, no one can distinguish. Farther, you perceive sideward walls abutting on it, and donjons terrace-wise stretching down. But I speak wrong, for to the eye it is but a wood that encircles that old summit. These 150 years, no axe has sounded there, and the messiest stems have on all sides sprung up. Wherever you press inwards to the walls, the smooth maple, the rough oak, the taper pine, with trunk and roots oppose you. Round these we have to wind and pick our footsteps with skill. Do but look how artfully our master has brought the character of it on paper, how the roots and stems, the species of each distinguishable, twist themselves among the masonry, and the huge boughs come looping through the holes. It is a wilderness like no other, an accidentally unique locality, where ancient traces of long-vanished power of man and the ever-living, ever-working power of nature show themselves in the most earnest conflict." Exhibiting another leaf, he went on, "What say you now to the castle court, which, become inaccessible by the falling in of the old gate tower, had for immemorial time been trodden by no foot? We sought to get at it by a side, have pierced through walls, blasted vaults asunder, and so provided a convenient but secret way. Inside it needed no clearance. Here stretches a flat rock summit, smoothed by nature. But yet strong trees have in spots found luck and opportunity for rooting themselves there. They have softly but decidedly grown up, and now stretch out their boughs into the galleries where the knights once walked to and fro, nay, through the doors and windows into the vaulted halls, out of which we would not drive them. They've even got the mastery, and may keep it. Sweeping away deep strats of leaves, we have found the noblest places, all smothered, the like of which were perhaps not to be met with in the world. After all this, however, it is still to be remarked, and on the spot itself well worth examining, how on the steps that lead up to the main tower, a maple has struck root, and fashioned itself to a stout tree, so that you can hardly with difficulty press by it, to mount the battlements and gaze over the unbounded prospect. Yet here too you linger, pleased in the shade, for that tree it is, which high over the whole wondrously lifts itself into the air. Let us thank the brave artist, then, who so deservingly, in various pictures, teaches us the whole, even as if we saw it. He has spent the fairest hours of the day and of the season therein, and for weeks long kept moving about these scenes. Here in this